Welcome back to Court TV Live. We are following breaking news out of New Mexico. I'm Julia Janae. Thank you for being with us. A New Mexico judge upholds a dismissal of involuntary manslaughter charge that was pending against Alec Baldwin in the middle of a trial. This was involving a fatal movie set shooting of Halyna Hutchins, a cinematographer. And we know the armorer was convicted of that involuntary manslaughter. Alec Baldwin faced a trial, faced a jury, and then there was the discovery violation in the middle of this trial. What we've learned is that District Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer stood by her July decision to dismiss that charge against Baldwin with prejudice, meaning that the prosecution can't file charges again. But the prosecutor in this case, Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey, did file an objection, requested a review of that, and may be going on appeal over this because she believes that this was not a proper dismissal of the charge against Alec Baldwin. Now, the judge in this case, in writing this opinion, said that prosecutors didn't raise any factual or legal arguments that would justify reversing her decision. So let's bring in our guest who is standing by for this hour. Joining us now from Denver, Colorado, criminal defense attorney Jeffrey Wolf. Jeffrey, not surprising that the judge would stand by her own decision, but what happens now? Do you think the special prosecutor will continue to try and get these charges reinstated against Alec Baldwin?
She seems pretty hell-bent on trying to get this going forward again for whatever reason. And I think she may do it at her own peril, because a lot of this stems from her own actions. And I think that that may lead to some sort of prosecutorial misconduct and possibly an ethical violation on her own part. I'm surprised she isn't already facing that. And if she keeps pushing it, she may find that creeping up on her.
Yeah, Jeffrey, how unusual is it for a prosecutor to come back and appeal a decision? Typically, and correct me if I'm wrong, you would see the defense have the ability to appeal. But if there was a conviction or an acquittal, a final decision by the jury, the prosecution doesn't get to come back and try and get it turned over. It's double jeopardy.
Correct. Double jeopardy prevents them from appealing an acquittal, but a dismissal by the judge on legal grounds, they can take up on appeal if they want to. But when it's something that results from their own misconduct, it's very, very rare to see a prosecutor push it this hard. It's also rare to see a prosecutor take the stand to defend it the way she did. So she is just acting completely outside the bounds of normal prosecutorial behavior.
That seems to be the sentiment in the legal community, but we'll continue to follow what happens in this case, as it seems it still hangs in the balance, at least in the mind of Carrie Morrissey, and how she's going to continue to proceed in this case.